I just turned on the TV, and they're right now in the middle of this insight hearing, and I just tuned into the part where they're talking about the Tren de Aragua, the TDA gang members that have been led into this country by the previous administration. And when Donald Trump took office, on day one, the border was still open. We still had an invasion, okay? Even though he closed the border and there were no more people coming in, we still had the invading people in our country. Now, when these people came in from, these were violent people, and this was an invasion, pure and simple. When tens of thousands of people would come into this country daily, daily, every day, that is an invasion. And because of that, President Trump was able to invoke the Enemy Invasion Act or whatever it was. Now, he closed the border so the invasion would stop. But the invading members were still here. And Trump vowed to take all these people and deport them out of the country. Now, I just heard this morning a question raised. Are we currently at war? The the act or whatever it is said either or. Either we're at war or an invasion. Or President Trump designated them as a terrorist organization. Now, for the past 4 years, we have seen evidence of these, this group as an invasion, as a terrorist group. They terrorized an apartment complex in Aurora, Colorado. There were videos clearly of one of these people banging against the door. Another took took over the complex by knocking out the manager or something like that. And they assumed to be the manager of the complex, and the residents had to pay money to them. Okay, that was one thing. Another thing was they kidnapped a couple of people and tore off their fingernails. Okay, this is just as bad as ISIS with the beheadings. These are evil people. These are very bad, evil people. And we have 4 years of documentation and proving these are terrorists. Okay, I've seen so many videos of these unwanted people. One of them set fire to a sleeping woman in a subway. Okay, they may not, about whether or not that person was a member of that particular gang, and then they go into the schools and try to recruit kids to join that gang. Okay, so we have a lot of evidence, and President Trump vowed to get rid of them. They're enemies. They don't respect our laws. They don't respect our people. They don't love our country. They need to be deported. They were not here on visas. They just walked in. Okay. When you want to come to this country, you come in through the right way. Okay. Sanctuary cities give criminals sanctuary from being caught by the law. Okay. Now, there was a point I was going to make. Now, this morning I just heard a guy say, are we currently at war? No, we're not currently at war, but this was an invading group. This group invaded our country. And then he asked, are we currently under an invasion? That ain't the point. That's not what defines it. If we're currently, if we currently have an invasion, okay, the damage was done. He's trying to clean up the damage. So even though we're not currently being invaded, we still have the group which is an invasion in our country. So I hate these people who twist the words around. Is the country currently being invaded? Okay, that's irrelevant. We're getting rid of a group that was designated as a terrorist organization. They terrorize our people. They rape and murder children, girls, little girls. Okay? And these Democrat mayors and governors say, we're going to protect our rapists because we love our rapists. We love our child rapists. We love our pedophiles. We love them. So it's infuriating. You know, Democrats are showing themselves to be more and more what we don't like. Okay, when OAC was confronted with the Teslas and all the attacks, and say you're all these swear words, F, Elon and F Tesla and not. Don't you think that's creating this? And then AOC turns around and says, well, your side are calling us communists and this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. One thing has got nothing to do with the other. And there should have been a follow-up question. Do you condemn these attacks? That should have been a follow-up question to that. Because the more and more I see of Democrats, the less and less America likes them. Their popularity has gone down and is going down more and more each day. So you got these Democrats in there, we're going to revoke this designation because there's no proof, blah, blah, blah. We're not currently under an invasion. They were designated while we were being invaded. And we've isolated this group as terrorists. And there are other terrorists in this country. Others. These people have no love for our country, have no love for our people. That's all I got to say. All right. That's all I wanted to say. I just saw that and I heard that. I just had to speak. All right. Take care, guys. See you soon.